Hi everyone, how are you? Hopefully you can hear me good. Let me just confirm on this end what it looks like. Make sure everything looks good, sounds good, it's good. Zada, 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 zada. No, I want to do this, and then I want to do this. There we go. So I can read the chat, and then I can watch everything and look at everybody. Yay, the audio is working. Woo! I'm so excited. Oh, I gotta turn the light on. Hold on. You guys, we're learning one day at a time. And by one day at a time, one day, I will get all this right. Today's just not that mother effing day. Let me tell you right now. I don't know why I have these on. I don't need these on. Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. How are you guys? How's everything going? I have a whole new setup up. I wish you guys could see it right now. Hopefully you like it. I have a microphone now that I'm using. Hopefully that is working really good. I got the chat pulled up now. I can say, hey everyone. I got the chat pulled up. I got my screen that's telling me what I'm doing up. I got videos that we're going to watch in a minute to talk about. So, yeah, so I wanted to pull all of that up. So, hopefully, you guys are all chilling, enjoying your evening. You guys, I'm settling into my white girl era, which I'm like my basic white girl era. Because when I tell you right now that I got into the Summer Friday world, I've gotten into it. I got two kinds. And now, let me just say, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that these are the best lip balms I've ever used because they're not. They're sure as hell not. And this is not an ad. This is not sponsored. There's nothing going on here. I just bought this because everybody on the goddamn internet's buying it and I need to know. And I'm a lip balm connoisseur. I'm a lip balm psycho. Okay. I'm obsessed with lip balms, obsessed with them. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that these are good and amazing and wonderful because I'm going to be real with you. These don't last very long. Like on the making my mouth feel really good for very long. So I'm just not sure what I'm like not understanding or like missing, but these aren't my jam. I have better options. The road ones are really good. I just ordered a bunch of those ones. And then I don't know if you guys use the like Starface zip little zip pad things. Hold on, I'm just looking over here to make sure I'm not putting this on weird. Um if you guys use the little zip pad things or whatever, but Starface has a lip balm now too. That's really, really good that I love. But anyway, so I have a couple of videos I want to watch, Real Housewives videos I want to sit here and chit chat and commentate on. I am now caught up on Potomac. I am caught up on OC. I'm been caught up on Rhony, so I don't need any catching up on that one. I'm not caught up on Below Deck, which I'm so sorry, but I'm not caught up on Below Deck, and I apologize for that. I'm a bad, bad gall. Okay, I'm a bad gall. Oh God. Kristen is the funniest fucking human ever. I love her so much. Um, what? Well, okay, I absolutely love that. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm just gonna put this here. I'm gonna see what happens over here. I'm gonna go live on TikTok too, even though I know that it's not gonna be as interactive and whatever on TikTok or whatever, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Okay, so hi, replay crew. You know who you are. How are you? Make sure you comment below. Comment an emoji. We're gonna be doing a lot of commentating today on Real Housewives of OC. So if you are part of the replay crew, go back in and let's do a orange emoji. So if you're part of the replay crew, go in and do an orange emoji. Other than that, we should get started here, okay? So it's screen share. If you're over here on my TikTok, hi, how are you? If you want to see the interactive puzzle piece of this, I'm over on the tubes. So you can go over and check that out. But I wanted to at least give two different options for guys, for people to hang out and whatever. I'm gonna turn up the volume on my desktop, and then I'll probably have to shut my video audio off for you guys to hear this. So I was watching Real Housewives of OC today. I was catching up on it because I think I was 2 episodes behind, so I was catching up on that. And I was like, okay, I gotta see like what's going on because there's been so much going on with Tamara and her whole diagnosis of herself lately, that I was like, okay, I really have to go and like dive in and look more into the episodes because I'm 2 episodes behind. And I'm like, okay, am I gonna watch these 2 episodes and am I gonna be like, oh my God, you know what? I really see where Tamara's coming from. I really get it. No, don't. Still don't see it. Still don't understand it. And this interaction that we're about to watch, that I hopefully is the right clip. Um, I can't even describe to you how fast I would have thrown hands if someone spoke to me the way Tamara was speaking to Jen in this moment. It made me want to snap, and I wasn't even there. It made me want to snap. So here's a clip from that we will commentate on. Okay.
I am not interested anymore.
Can you just give me a second? Can we not yell? Don't clap.
She was yelling. I
Don't
was
clap.
quiet.
Don't do that.
She can do whatever she wants. It's the only thing she knows how to do.
All right, can we just calm down for a second?
Talk about me, talk about Ryan, and then cry that you love me. You don't love anything about me.
I'm not going to talk to you while you're yelling.
Here's the thing. Nothing new has happened. This is 2 years ago. But you're also sort of negating the fact that, Shannon had a hand in talking all
I
of
just
this
read all
stuff.
of it.
Heather, somebody says you stage paparazzi pictures and you freak out. You're gonna sit here and defend Tamara on this? Get out of Tamara's ass.
That is one thing I'm really having a hard time trying to comprehend and understand is like why all of a sudden Tamara and Heather are like BFFs in all of this, and they like have this like, I don't know, secret bond that they're stuck to together. I really don't understand that or get that. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really don't understand what's going on there. I don't know why they're BFF best buddies now all of a sudden and they're like ride or dies with each other. And I really don't get it because in my opinion, Tamara's just straight up wrong about a lot of things. And I genuinely also don't think it is Tamara's job to sit there and tell all of Shannon's shit. Like you're on a reality TV show, Shannon can do it all herself. Like give the girl a break for like 2 seconds, honestly. Like just 2 seconds, give this woman a break and let her just manage her life. And if she wants to go on podcasts, if she wants to go on TV shows and she wants to be bop 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 bop, tell her fucking life story, just let her do it on her own. She doesn't need you to be the mouthpiece to do all this, okay? And to bring Alexis on the show, which I am convinced that Tamara had a hand in that. Not that she makes all the choices or can actually do anything. Oh, thank you, Stay Golden. I appreciate the comment. Um, I just don't get it. I don't, I feel like Tamara had a hand in Alexis being on the show. I feel like that she somehow had her sticky fingers in it somehow and was like, oh my God, we have to get her on the show. This is my thing. And I do agree. I don't necessarily agree with Jen that like Tamara's life is boring because I actually don't think I don't actually think Tamara's life is boring. I think the issue with Tamara is that Tamara doesn't want to talk about her life. She wants to talk about everybody else's life. And it's like, oh, I'm so honest about my life. I tell everything about it. I'm such an open book. No, you're not. You're not a friggin' open book. Okay. You haven't been an open book for years. Eddie is your little puppet and your little mouthpiece. And you guys are watching them talk in the bedroom was so like disingenuous and like felt so scripted to me when it's like, oh, babe, tell me what happened at the thing. Oh, well, let me tell you. Oh, okay, well, let's talk. It's like you and Eddie are beyond this bullshit at this point. I'm convinced you guys aren't even like actively together on a regular basis. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but Tamara is a menace. She's a menace and she needs to just shut up. She needs to shut up. She has to stop with this with this hate party that's going on right now. It's ridiculous and not justified.
And be your own person.
The fact that I thought for years that you were a friend, I was the idiot.
Sorry you feel that way.
You have a soul. Like, I don't
That's
understand.
not nice.
I don't care what you think is nice. It's true. I don't understand you.
We were not in a good place last year. We've admit that. We've acknowledged that, and we've moved
Okay, so when
on.
you're not in a good place with somebody, you go on background checks and
I did
and
not
searching
do
out things
a
on their
check.
partner.
She didn't do a background check.
Just be careful. Your mouth's gotten you in trouble before.
Oh, and her mouth has gotten her in trouble massively all over again. Like, Tara doesn't grasp the fact that the things she said, like, Tamara's going to start running into a Ramona Singer territory where you're going to start saying very vile, nasty, horrible things that you. Hold on, guys. My battery is dying on my YouTube video one. Hold on. Right, team. We're back. We're back in business, hopefully. Question mark, question mark, question mark. The freaking thing is gonna be like, what is wrong with you? Okay, you guys, we're back. We did it. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Hold on. The strap is covering up my other stream here. Hold on, you guys. It's literally it's never a stream with me if everything goes smoothly. That's like physically impossible, I found out. Okay, so anyway, so I feel like Tamara is running into this issue now where she is going to have the same issues that people like Ramona had, where you're saying things that are so beyond out of pocket that there really isn't a way to get around it anymore. And you're saying things that are so insensitive and so vile and so mean and so horrible that we're at a point now where like you can't say shit like this. You can't speak like this. You can't talk like this. You can't behave this way anymore. And this is what is kind of happening with Tamara is like, I don't really give I don't really give a crap what the background check situation is. I don't really care if the background check situation is because you're looking for something in real estate or whatever. It's because we're talking about Tamara that I don't believe it. That I don't believe it. That I believe that whether it was for real estate purposes or whether it was for whatever, I don't think that her intentions were good intentions. That's just my opinion. Coming straight from Tamara, that's just my opinion. Um, I don't think that she had good intentions in figuring and finding that out. That's just how I feel about it. I also think Heather backing her up with this and like being her buddy and like saying things like, "Oh my God," like calling her two-faced, "Oh, that's so out of pocket." Doing the shit that Tamara does on a regular basis is out of pocket. And to sit there and be like, "Oh my God, you go on Jeff Lewis's show and da-da-da." What do you do on your podcast, Tamara? What do you do on your podcast? You do the same exact shit that everybody's doing over on Jeff Lewis's podcast. It's just your platform that you use instead of Jeff's, which I don't like Jeff Lewis, but that's just me. Let's keep going.
2 years ago, I'm at the gym. This guy came up to me and goes, "Oh my God, I was friends with Ryan. I cannot believe that he would show his face after he was named in a lawsuit about selling timeshares in another country, and they weren't building them, and they were collecting the HOA money beforehand." people went to jail for it.
Right.
And I sent it to Shannon. She goes, oh my God, you have to get information on this. Leslie Bedore's ex-husband is named in this lawsuit. Shannon asked me, do you know anybody that can look into this lawsuit? And I go, well, I have a friend that's a lawyer. I can.
Okay, so this says name and legal papers. Da, 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 da. I'm sure that blank kids had the last name blank, and this is going to come out. I don't know what any of this fucking means in any way, shape, or form.
And maybe have them check it. And if Shannon would have showed Jen the entire text message, oh, that's.
Eddie said to send the info in writing to production so you have a paper trail. Apparently, blank is suing blank for back child support. Can your friend look up the case? What does that have to do with this real estate shit that they're talking? It's like, this doesn't even make sense in what they're talking about. It's like, okay, so what does this have to do with this real estate thing? I'm so confused.
That's right. It would incriminate Shannon. Shannon was.
Okay, Beck, this stuff is going to come out, and I don't want it potentially assumed that anyone in my family brought it out. I don't know if Ryan went to jail. Blank needs to know what they are dealing with. I'm asking my friend's husband. He can something.
Equally as concerned as I was that Ryan's a shady motherfucker. It's not the type of people that I want to surround myself with.
Well, you didn't tell her the story like that.
So who do you want to surround yourself with, Tamara? Because you say you don't want to surround yourself with these types of people. So who do you want to surround yourself with? Because I wouldn't want to surround myself with someone like you. That is for damn goddamn sure. Hi, Noah. How are you? How's it going? I'm so glad you got to catch the live today.
No, I'm not going to because she's screaming and yelling. She wants to listen to me. I will talk to her.
But that's the problem. It's hard when you're with someone and they just light you up about something. She looks really good. Her stomach looks so good.
Oh, yeah.
I had stomach envy.
It's a good tummy tuck.
Don't talk about people's surgery.
Well, she admitted it.
Oh,
She has
she
no
did?
belly button.
Oh.
Hi. What are you doing? Do you have a minute?
Get dressed.
Are you leaving?
Are you okay? What's wrong?
Oh,
What's wrong?
I don't know. Maybe I need to take a walk or something.
This is the other thing that I will say about to flip it on to giving Tamara some, kudos or whatever. Good. I was thinking about Real House of Nora and VPR for some reason. Ooh, Noah, give me more. I was thinking about Rhony and VPR parallels for some reason. If you have any ideas of some parallels, please give them to me in the chat. I'd love to talk more about these. I will say on the reverse of everything, this is the one thing that I do struggle with Jen, because Jen's like, she's not the brightest bulb in the, tanning bed here. Let's all be for actually real right now. I would not have looked at these text messages as fast as she did, and then literally simultaneously walk right into the room and talk to Tamara about it. I would have been like, okay, can you show me show me the thread, like hand me your phone, Shannon. I'm going to read everything on your phone, because you're not just going to send me a picture of background checks and then not give any context to it. You're not going to not listen to anything, read anything, look into anything. Like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to give me some context to what the hell, like, where did this come from? You can't just say things. Okay. So that's one thing I will give on that front. The other thing is I would have read everything through, and then if I would have found anything that I felt was worth having a conversation about or worth trying to get more information about directly from Tamara, I would have had Shannon, I would have screenshotted everything, and I would have sent it to myself off of Shannon's phone, and I would have said, hey, can you please explain this to me as to why you thought this, and this needed to happen? And one of the things would have been like, why did you feel like allegedly you needed to do a background check on my partner? I'm trying to understand what's going on. And if she had a legit reason of like, hey, you know what? Actually, one of my friends, Shannon, because I don't know if they were all friends back when this was going on, but like one of my friends, Shannon, her family might be involved in this, and I wouldn't want this, I just was trying to understand what was going on. Also, it's like one of those things that's like, okay, well then like, why aren't you going to Jen? Like, it's just so on purpose messy, And then you have to sit there and just be like, oh, well, well. And Tamara's one of those people that I cannot stand is that she keeps a filing cabinet of shit on people on purpose. She keeps a filing cabinet list of crap that she can say in her brain on purpose. So when someone comes at her, she can just go pop one out and go, oh, let me say this, like this tummy tuck comment. There's no need for that comment. I don't give a shit if she mentioned it or didn't mention it or whatever. You don't need to make comments like that. Stop making comments about Ryan too. How about this? You don't be friends with her and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's their problem now. Why is Ryan your problem? You're not with him. You're not in a relationship with him. At some point, you either need to choose two options, which is one, you stop being friends with Jen and you shut your mouth and you say your piece. Like if you really care about her, you say your piece, you say what you want to say, and then you let it go and you move on. You never talk about it again. Or you stop being friends with her. And again, never talk about it again. Be friends with her, say how you feel, and then move on. Or stop being friends with her and shut your mouth. Both options include shutting your mouth and moving on and being an adult. And I think the reason why Tamara likes to talk about everybody else because she doesn't want anybody to look into her. Because you're going to sit there and try to tell me that this woman has nothing going on in her life that we couldn't sneak into and listen to and talk about beyond, Eddie's gay, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I don't even give a crap about that. Okay, he is. And what? Who gives a shit? I don't care if they want to be if their marriage is consistent of that, that's on them. As long as everybody's a consenting adult, I don't give a crap. I would love to be married to a gay man to start off with instead of being married to a man that I despise. Like, that would have been fantastic. But, like, girl, come on. It's just ridiculous to me. I, for some, have this theory that Ramona is an older version of Stassi and Luann is an older version of Kristen. I could 1000% see that. I can, like, Luann and Kristen are definitely on the same wavelength. They're definitely the same vibe. Ramona, Stassi has a better head on her shoulders and is a lot better at PR and knows how to work the system a little bit better. Ramona doesn't know how to work anything other than that mouth. But Luann, oh, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. But Luann and Kristen, same people. Very, 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 very messy. Always causing problems. But also are like, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but like, no matter how many times, maybe that's why Luann's like one of my favorite housewives, and Kristen's like one of my favorite Bravo celebrities. They do some really effed up things, okay, some really messed up stuff, and for whatever reason, they're still so likable. Still so likable. And I think that their messiness is just likable. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Well, we're gonna keep on.
Let's go get a drink.
Anytime Shannon can get caught in freaking screaming, being scared, being messy, I mean, that's entertainment right there. Is someone getting married back there? Do you guys see this right back here? I don't think you guys can see my mouse, but like, do you guys see in the left-hand side in the background? Is someone getting married in the background? What's going on? I have
Hi, Mom. I'm so excited. Welcome to London. What happened to your voice, Stella?
It's gone. Sorry. It's so exciting for my girls to take the train from Paris to spend time with me on my 60th birthday. Like, this is stuff that you can't even imagine.
What was that? Why were you taking a selfie of yourself?
It was really embarrassing.
Who would have thought that I'd be able to see both my daughters in London?
You want to walk and we'll go get something to eat?
Yeah, I'm hungry. I had a
Okay.
long trip here.
Can you imagine having Shannon Bedore as your mother? And then on top of that, having David Bedore as your dad? So messy. And you guys, don't they have like a little sister now that's like a year old? Didn't he have a daughter with his, I think, soon to be now second or third wife or whatever. And she's like, a child. Someone said Luann is Kristen on a different life path. I 1000% agree with that. It'd be really funny to watch Luann and Kristen. Like, you remember when Luann did, like, what is it, like, Shitty Creek or whatever the hell it was? Messy Creek, Poopy Creek, something like that, with Sonia. These two would be really good on that together. That would be hilarious.
How come we have 4 menus?
Because that's the drink menu.
Oh, and you guys are gonna order from it?
Someone's legal here. That's me. You know what? The only way to not be hungover is to keep. I'm
Okay, you know
kidding.
what?
It's a joke.
Okay.
Have you decided?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I do the lobster? Sorry, my voice. Can I do the lobster pad thai, please?
Lobster pate,
Thank you.
yes.
The crispy baby potatoes.
Yeah.
Can I also get an espresso martini?
Can I get a Diet Coke, but then can I also have just like a vodka soda?
I'll do an Aperol spritz, please.
Aperol
Thank
spritz?
you.
Thank you.
How is everything with the girls?
Well, that hasn't been very good. You guys know all this stuff that's going on with Tamara, and I just
don't understand the whole, like, if you're gonna drink, like, drink. I don't know why Shannon's doing this whole weird thing where, like, she's on one hand doing like a Coke, but then she's also like, oh, but can I also do like a vodka soda? Just do the vodka soda, bitch. What is going, like, why are we doing what? I'm trying to decide like what the hell the soda thing's about. I feel like she's like, well, I'm not fully an alcoholic because I have a soda. Okay, I have a soda, so I'm not fully an alcoholic, so it's totally fine. I don't have a drinking problem because I have my little, alcohol beverage here, but I also have a soda. Also, if you guys are looking for sodas that are like way healthier for you and not full of absolute garbage, again, not sponsored, not nothing. But these are from Target. It's favorite day, and this is their version of Coke, and it's really good. I really like it, and it's not as full of crap. It has 0 calories, 0 sugar, made with natural flavors, no artificial sweeteners. Does contain caffeine, 37 milligrams per can. And it literally, if you look at it, it literally has nothing. It has 40 milligrams of sodium. It has 1 gram of carbohydrates, 0 added sugar, 0 proteins. The ingredients are carbonated water, caramel color, tartic acid, stevia, leaf extract, malic acid, natural flavors, and caffeine. Is it the best thing for you? No, I didn't say it was, okay? But it's not bad. It's not Coke, essentially. Like, I don't get why Shannon keeps cosplaying like she doesn't drink. She does drink. Stop with the Coca-Cola crap.
the last 2 nights has been not very kind to me. So
Typical.
yeah,
It's a toxic friendship. You guys were very close last year, and now she's switching up. It's BS.
that's
Lobster pate,
Thank you.
Thai spiced cauliflower,
Yum.
crispy baby potato.
Yum.
thank you very much.
Thank you. So have you gone on any dates?
No.
Anymore? Well, when are you ready to get back out there?
I don't know.
Well, there's nothing going on with me.
What, you don't like any boys that you met there?
I've had my fair share.
See, you'd be surprised because I'm honestly pretty dry right now.
So we're all single ladies.
Yeah.
Shannon literally wants to die right now. She's like, what are you talking about? Stop it. Don't interact with any other men. Don't interact with any of them. How dare you? Which is so fucking funny to me. Her daughters crack me up. Her daughters keep her young. That is for damn sure. They keep her young. They clearly want her to date and like have better in life. Like, I just can't imagine watching Shannon all the stuff that she's gone through. And again, if you really want to know like the real relationships of these women and really what's going on, like just go listen to their children because their children tell the truth like immediately. They're like, hello, this is really dumb, and like Tamara completely turned her back on you out of nowhere. I just don't understand why Tamara just has a really fucked up approach to when people were at their lowest, instead of either stepping away and going, you know what, I can't follow you down this path anymore and just leaving them be, or going in and supporting them and giving them the love that they deserve. She's like, you know what, you're at your lowest. I'm going to dig the hole even lower. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dig it even lower. And then somehow is going to turn it back around to make everybody feel bad for her, which isn't working. And I think she's slowly realizing it's not working in any way, shape, or form. And it's actually insulting at this point.
Are you gonna find a man here?
No.
I want a British man.
Oh, it feels good to walk, doesn't it?
Yep. Do you like caviar?
Yeah, ish. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Welcome to
good.
Caviar
How are you?
Housemaid Fair.
Hi.
Table for how many?
For three.
Three?
Yeah. Now, this is my kind of place.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, I don't even care. I genuinely don't even care about these two human beings right now. They're pissing me off.
Anyone that would say it's odd that Alexis has been around two men that have sued Shannon, I would say, yeah, it's kind of crazy, but if she cleans up her act a little bit, then these things wouldn't happen, and I have nothing to do with either.
Let's just put John aside. I really have zero interest in becoming friends with a woman who started the ball rolling on the defamation lawsuit that I had against her ex-husband. I lost $300,000 defending myself, and I didn't do anything wrong. I won the case and the appeal. So Alexis denied that she wrote a letter.
If you go back to any court documents and anything else, show me the proof of my name being on anything, because Jim and I had been divorced for 6 months.
You sent Tamara and I a cease and desist letter.
So why is Shannon not getting her lawyer involved somehow? Why, or like whoever was involved in this, like why is she not getting involved in this and trying to find a way to find this letter that she keeps talking about? Like, I don't give a crap about these text, like the text message bullshit. I don't really care. I don't care about any of that. Where is this letter? You said there's a cease and desist letter, which means that there's some way, like some legal document of some sort in the ether that when this happened. Why don't you have it, or why doesn't a lawyer have it, or your lawyer, or whoever have this letter and like find it? Are you waiting to bring it to the reunion, which is again so dramatic and so stupid? But like, where is this letter? And can you show us this letter so we can see that she did sign it and her name is on it? Because again, I definitely like we're dealing with like clownery and buffoonery on all accounts. Like we're not just dealing with it on Alexis's count. I definitely believe that Shannon is a little bit of a clown over here too. Okay, so like don't get it twisted, okay? I just feel like Alexis is just so messy and wants to clearly be a housewife so goddamn bad that she's like inserting herself into this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. You know how like as a woman, like you just stare at a certain man and you're just like, ew, gross, I don't like you. And John is just one of those guys. Like from the beginning, I've never thought he was a good guy. Never looked like a good guy to me. He looked like an asshole, to be quite honest with you. So
It was your signature. I have it. Alexis said, "We are suing you and Tamara. You will hear from our attorney."
When she found it, she had sent me the text message. I didn't get it. Only Shannon got it. I don't think they had my phone number at the time.
I don't even know how I got Shannon's cell phone because I didn't know her, but I know the other housewives. So someone probably gave me, I forget who now. It was 6 years ago. This is where Shannon thinks I was involved. I sent a text to Shannon and Tamara for my ex-husband at the time. He called me very upset. Someone gave me her cell phone, so I texted her and Tamara, and I said, you know, please just shut your mouth, and this will be happening. Our attorney will be contacting you.
She was still married at the time, but they just weren't together. But I'm sure he's like, can you send this to her, and you say this and that.
My ex calls me, and he's super upset. And he's just like, will you send them a text and just tell them that my attorney is going to reach out and just let them know. I said, I want nothing to do with this. I don't agree with it. I will not. He asked me to send some more texts or something. I'm like, I'm out. I'm not a part of this.
That was it. Alexis really wasn't involved in it. It was her ex-husband that filed it. Her name was not on it. There was nothing.
There's no court document that you will ever find my name on.
Alexis denies that she was involved at all, but she did send a cease and desist type letter to me, and I have it. So you did.
And with John's?
Okay, so you have it, so where is it? Where is the letter? And why haven't you showed it on camera? And why do I have this sick, gross suspicion that we're not going to see it on camera? Not even at the reunion. Like, if you have this letter, why haven't you posted it online or shown anything? Show me the details, girl. Where is it?
I hate to say it, but I did tell him to settle when she offered 45,000. He's like, that's not enough. She owes me 75.
She 100% knows these are loans.
We have evidence.
I have proof of that. Shannon sent me an email admitting that it's a loan, so the comments about these being gifts are patently false.
I don't blame him that he's like, just pay me what you owe me. And that's it. That's all he wants. That's all he ever wanted.
I've never heard Jen raise her voice, so that was sort of shocking to me.
But that isn't what he wants. He wants her to stop saying about money stuff and making him sound like he's a little bitch when it comes to finances, and that like she helped him and like she paid for all these dates or whatever. He also said that too. So it's not just the money. And I have a sneaky suspicion that the money actually isn't the big problem, that it's actually the comments about him not paying for things is the actual thing that's bothering me.
Wait. No! You f***ing wait.
And I understand why she was upset.
You did a f***ing background check on Ryan?
No, what are you talking about?
You did.
Swear to God on my kid's life, I did not.
No, I just saw it with my own eyes.
This, you know, and I said this to Tamara on camera and off camera, this whole, you know, digging into people's backgrounds and whatnot, it's not okay in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's silly stuff or you think it's silly paparazzi nonsense, or if it's something very serious like the FBI. Why would anyone do that to someone? It's just not okay. I understood why Jen was upset, but what I didn't understand and what I was trying to figure out, and Tamara has her own receipts and her own, you know, side of things. My question was, why was Shannon bringing this up now? Because it was 2 years prior. It was like out of nowhere.
She tried to destroy my friendship. Well, she did with Jen, bringing up a text message from 2 years prior that was taken out of context. It was about something totally different, and I will prove it at the reunion. She stepped in her own shit, but she brought that up to set Jen off, to come after me.
I'm so f***ing done with your low level.
Again, listen, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with the fact that I think Shannon's also very, very messy and wants the heat off of her and blah, 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 blah. But like, Tamara is just, I don't know what it is, you guys. I'm kind of over her. Like, there's just so, I'm not necessarily saying that Shannon's like, I don't know. It's so hard to go back and forth. Because, like, on one hand, I'm definitely like, yeah, Shannon's messy. Yes, I think Shannon has calculated moments. Yes, I think that she wants Tamara to get off of her back and is pulling things up, you know, blah, 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 blah. But also, like, to sit there and act like, you know, Tamara isn't a giant freaking hypocrite and hasn't brought things up in the past before, because she has. She has. Again, I've said this so many times that these women truly forget that they've been on camera like half of their fucking life, and that there's like proof that they do the same thing, that they dig into shit, they dig into people's lives, they do stupid crap. You know, oh, it was 2 years ago. Okay, but why did you do it in the first place? Why are we digging into this stuff in the first place? This is another thing that I will say, is that when two messy friends stop being friends, that's when the real shit starts coming out. Because nothing is crazier than two women that were this close, like totally switch on each other and decide that they're no longer going to be friends anymore and are trying to consistently ruin each other's lives. Because you're now on a level of, you were on a level of friendship where you knew everything about each other, like details, probably did really skeevy, awful things with people, probably said and did really fucked up shit behind the scenes. And now that you're not friends anymore, now that really opens the door to tell on each other about what you guys did behind people's backs and behind the other cast members' backs and what you've said and what you've done and blah, 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 blah. It's just super messy. That's why if you have like a super scary ass messy friend, you only have two options. One is you need to flee the scene, okay? You need to get away from that friend group, start a whole new friend group, okay? Option number two is you just stay friends with that person for the rest of your life. So that way they don't tell any of your secrets. Those are the only choices that you have.
Level bullshit. Bye.
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 Oh, come on.
Bye. It's called Google, babe. All you have to do is Google. There's a lot of depositions and stuff that he has been in. So for her to do that was really nasty.
I thought Jen and Tamara were doing well.
I am so happy where you and I are. I want us to always shoot each other straight.
And it was like right when they were doing well, why bring it up then?
And that
is wrong with her.
we don't stoop to this level because, like, that's not who we are. Like, you don't go
This
that
is
low.
who we are.
Gina voices that you hold her to high expectations in your friendship.
Yeah, I noticed that Gina, in her interviews or when she talks to other women, says, like, I'm always slapping her.
I should just be forever bent over waiting for my spanking from Heather. I kept getting picked on by everybody, getting a spanking by Heather.
Or I hold her to these high expectations.
I feel like your expectations of me are a lot.
But if just being a loyal friend is too high an expectation, so be it. But I don't hold her to a higher level than I would hold myself. When it comes to friendship, I think I'm loyal and I'm generous and I try to be available to my friends, you know, there for them. And I would expect my friends to be the same way.
She felt that you didn't.
I do kind of feel like Gina, and I think I've said this like couple, like basically when Gina, like I think came on the scene, I have always felt, don't smack my microphone there. I have always felt that Gina is basically like Heather's little like experiment. Like I feel like every rich person needs to have a poor friend that they can be like, good little poor person. I love you. Like that's what I've always felt with Heather and Gina is like Heather likes to have a little play toy, a little minion, a little poor person to like look up to her. And I there's been so many times where Heather has been a bit of a hypocrite, where she'll say, this is how you're a good friend, this is what you should do. But then when it gets reversed back onto her, she doesn't do that. I also completely understand where like Emily's coming from, where they talk about how, you know, her and Gina talk about how she can come off, Heather can come off very condescending. I also think it's just her tone and the way she talks. Like my husband sounds like he's serious about every single thing that he's ever talked about. So sometimes you can't tell if he's joking or not. And with Heather, I feel like she sounds pretentious and she sounds, you know, like Gina kind of says, like bad daughter. She sounds like that all the time because that's just how she talks. That's just how she talks. Sometimes you have to read between the lines of people like her.
Didn't have her back when the shady whale brought up who in the group has the cheapest home.
Look, I can't negate how she feels because apparently she feels I didn't say enough. I rewatched it.
Which of your fellow housewives do you think would get the least amount of money if they sold their home?
I mean, I think it's probably Gina.
I haven't been to everyone's home.
I thought it was the answer was good. I said that's not okay. I said that's a mean question.
I'm not doing that. That's so mean.
Okay.
It is kind of mean. You're right.
You know, when you're on live TV and you're doing a show like that, sometimes you don't always come up with the greatest answer. But I didn't say anything negative. And then Gina had posted something afterwards and said, I own my home, like that wasn't okay. And I wrote, amen. And then I said to her, I go, why so long to all of a sudden have this issue? She goes, well, it bothered me and I didn't think about it till later. So then the question becomes, okay, well, is that true? Or are you just trying to combat the Katie stuff?
I said, is this true? Did she hire photographers to come take a photo of her? He said, yes.
Watch What Happens Live is such a fun show. It's very.
So one thing I don't like about Heather is I feel like she takes herself way too seriously. And like Gina and Emily are just so silly and messy and goofy and very sarcastic. And I feel like if Heather would just take the stick out of her ass and make fun of herself a little bit, she wouldn't feel so pretentious. Like, I think one of the reasons why she comes off as so goddamn pretentious is because she can't take a joke for herself. And I feel like, I'm sorry, when Gina was sitting there laughing about paparazzi calling her, I thought that was freaking hilarious. I was like, it's funny to catch or possibly catch Heather in these really awkward situations or weird situations because she comes as this very classy, put together woman, and the fact that she may or may not be calling paparazzi is freaking hilarious to me. And I'd be joking around about it. If I was Heather, I would be making jokes about it. I would be making a whole thing about it. I'd be posting pictures, making fun of that shit because it's stupid drama. It's such dumb drama. Like there's so many other things that you could be getting made fun of and getting trolled for, and the fact that you're so upset that this might be a thing, it's just stupid. And you're so upset about Gina laughing about it. It's funny. That's like Emily and Heather laughing about Shannon walking into breakfast with all these fucking receipts on pieces of these little scrap pieces of paper instead of having like an Excel spreadsheet, spreading everything out, making sure everything's there for evidence and proof and all this shit. She's sitting there scribbling chicken scratch on crap and they're laughing at her. Same exact thing. It's just like, it's silly and it's dumb. Like, she really needs to settle into the fancy pants thing. Like, she really needs to, like, take it as a joke and run with it.
Very fast. I mean, with commercial breaks, is it, 22 minutes, maybe? The point is to go and have fun. And yes, sometimes, you play games or you're asked questions. And I mean, I don't think I'm a mean person. I don't really go there. At Neiman Marcus, and I saw your dress.
And said what?
Oh my God, did she buy a $2,000 dress?
Why?
Because you just told us that you were only getting $6,000 a month, and I was worried about you. It's bullshit. Sometimes maybe you say something that you don't exactly mean, or you don't have time to explain, or, it comes out wrong, or you think you're being funny and you're not. If that bothered you so much, you should have said something a year ago when it happened. And I hold her to a high standard. I mean, really.
I mean, I'm sorry. I definitely do call it bullshit. She's just being nosy. Like Heather likes to sit there and act like she doesn't like to gossip and doesn't like to be nosy and doesn't like to know the tea on these women when she sure as hell does, just as much as the rest of them. She just doesn't want to be seen as this like unclassy, undignified woman. It's like rich women are like the biggest freaking gossips in the entire world. Okay, I want to do a sneak peek of the Real Housewives of New York. If my husband had to do that for me, he would have. He would prefer not to. He would prefer he didn't have to do that. But if he had to, he would have. It was kind of like a last resort thing because I did have a clogged duct and I basically did everything in my power to avoid it, like the fucking plague, him having to do it. But I was lucky enough that the thing that sucks is that like, one of the top recommendations for a clogged duct, like anybody flipping cares, but one of the top recommendations is to have your baby still nurse on it. So hopefully they can suck it out. But it hurts so bad. But eventually they will do that. And so I did like warm compressions. I did a lot of like squeezing and massaging and pushing and things like that. And then I had my baby nursed on it in hopes that he would like yank, like suck it out. And he did. But you will never know pain like a freaking clogged duct in the boob. It's awful. I don't like Erin. Okay, there you go. I don't like her. I don't like Erin. I don't like Erin. I don't like her. Fight me. I don't like Erin. I just watched you. You didn't look like you were that great at all either. What am I like? What are we talking about? I just watched you. You look like you suck too. I have a feeling that you don't actually suck. That you're just playing, for Mr. I don't like the ignoring game, especially when you're full blown adults. I don't understand that little fucking game. It drives me absolutely insane. Either say something or just like stop being friends. Like I don't like the not talking to somebody right to their face. I find it to be so wow, not trauma dumping at the tennis courts. Holy crap, that's crazy. That's so sad. I guess it must be, I would think it might be a little bit, I don't know. I'm talking from me who I am right now, not maybe who I would be if I had this life and have these situations happen to me, but I feel like I would be like, good riddance. Now I know you're a piece of shit and I want nothing to do with you. Like deuces. I don't need you anyway. Like I don't blame her for wanting to change her name. Good for her. Cause that is Bryn really is one of those really good Bryn drives me nuts, but she's so silly. But she is definitely one of those girls that you can trauma dump on because she's had trauma and she understands trauma on a level that not a lot of people understand. She is definitely somebody that gets that really does get it, that understands the full gravity of life and how life can be horrible to you. And, you know, Bryn should be really proud of herself and what she's built for herself. You know, she shouldn't be down on herself. But I really want to look more into Raquel and like why she's like such a prestigious person in New York. Like, it'd be really cool to know more because I feel like New York, they've gotten some like big name people, like not commoner like myself, commoner people know, but like the Richies know who these people are. So it'd be interesting to learn more about that. Also, you know, who are they connected to? You know, at this point, I'm trying to find if anybody's connected to Diddy, like anywhere at all. The Menendez brothers apparently have a connection to him. So there's that going on right now. So anyway, that is it for the night. I appreciate you guys that came on and chatted and hung out with me. I hope you guys have an awesome night. Again, if you're part of the replay crew, if you wanted to post in the comment section, a orange emoji, I would really appreciate that. I also have my book club that you guys can join. I also have you can follow me on all my other stuff. You can go check out my Pinterest board and find out some cool shopping things if you want to as well. I have to update that. Actually, I'm a little behind on that right now. I need to get that more up to date. I'm gonna be watching all the fun stuff. Like I'm gonna be watching New York. Watching OC. I'm watching Potomac. I'm watching all that stuff, and I'm having a really good time watching it. It's been actually pretty funny. Potomac's been like really entertaining this season. Really, really entertaining. I've been actually loving Potomac. I love New York. I've always loved New York. And OC is just like, I'm kind of getting a little like, oh, I can't take it anymore. I think OC needs to consider starting over again. I think they're another group of women that they need to have a clean slate, or they need to like go off of Emily and Gina, in my opinion. I think the rest of them can get the axe, but that's just me. So. But as I always say at the end of all of my videos, please go support your local LGBTQIA businesses. Don't forget to register to vote. Don't forget to vote early if you can. Don't forget to put in your mail-in ballots. Don't forget to do any of that crap, okay? Don't forget to do that. Tell your friends, your family, your dog, your aunt, your sister, your brother to do the same thing, okay?